Hey guys, welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction. This is Camilio, and we're continuing our game of Planescape Torment. A little bit of fighting here.
Alright.
Alright, yeah, alright. We need to find out what's going on in the monastery. Mausoleum. Why the dead are walking.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
No, it's too loud. The sound effects are too loud. It's crazy. I feel the music is perfect and it's all the way down here. It's not at the minimum, but...
I'm gone.
Okay, so this exit the map.
What's up?
Shouldn't we always do plenty of curves?
What a perfectly good waste of arms and legs. Yeah.
Can you attack him now?
Damn it.
Alright. I'm gone.
No, I need to
Done.
not be the one getting hit. Yo, truly notorious, how's it going?
Blathering idiot. What? Sod. Damn it. Did you see that?
Done.
Yeah,
What's up, Chief?
Mort needs to be my tank. Slow Monday. Oh yeah, me too.
Alright.
It's the summer. It's always more tranquil, more. It's chiller in the. It's more chill. Oh really? Oh man, I hate it when it happens. And since I'm streaming every day, it's really annoying. It's been pretty good lately. There was a time that I had so much trouble. Oh.
Done. Alright.
Seems that most of the time there's not much to do. There's something, probably a problem. It might be on the line. Oh my god. Move, dude. This guy's pretty big. No,
I'm
don't
gone.
raise the dead.
What's the word, Chief? Filthy stinkers.
Alright.
There's a problem sometimes at the server, or the server, not the server, but I got the network nodes. What's going
up?
on? Just attack him, dude.
Damn it.
I'm gone.
Did you see that? Damn it.
Yeah, exactly. So everything's fine.
Encore. Encore.
That's fine.
Feels like I've been through a shredder. Right.
That's fine. That's fine. We can go directly down here. No? Go down, dude.
I'm gone.
You're talking about your job, or you're talking about this game? Yeah, the exit is here. Well, I can just There's 2 exits.
Done.
This is a good place to dump some stuff. Can I put anything into anything here? I could put on the ground, but
All right.
I'm afraid.
I've never seen something so ugly.
Got a country telling us carpet about now.
Well,
Looks
what
like
is it?
the Dusty's lost one of the deaders.
I've never seen something so ugly.
I've not.
Done.
Oh, I should have rested. Can I rest outside? Because I can't rest here. I think that sometimes when you die, you get memories coming back to you. I don't know what it may be linked to a moment in the story also. But I know that for a fact, the first time I played this game, I kept reloading instead of sometimes just taking the death like I just did, because there is no consequences. Come on, guys.
All right.
Yeah? Sure, why not?
All right.
Huh?
Oh, you should always do your magic.
Stupid Gabo.
This guy wants to attack me, I don't know why. Damn.
Damn.
Damn, exactly.
What? Blathering idiot.
And sure, you might as well live.
Die. All right.
What's up? What's the word, Chief? Did you see that?
All right.
Yeah, and since I always reloaded when I died, like what you would normally do in a video game, I had some problems way later in the game. I think you have to, there's a moment in the game you have to die to progress. No, not me first. I have very, very low HP.
I'm gone.
What's up? Stupid Yabba. Yeah. Damn it.
He's trying to get to me, so I'm gonna stay there.
I'm gone.
Huh? Okay. Like that. What?
All right.
Damn it.
Nice.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Okay. This is what, level 2? No, interesting. this here teleports me there. I still need to check what's here.
What's up, Chief? Okay. Alley bred dog.
All right. All right. All right.
What's the word, Chief?
What the fuck is going on? I kept wanting
What's up?
for Mort to go there.
I'm gone.
There you go. Is that okay?
Yeah. Ew, dog's body.
There you go.
Huh? What? Your face is just begging to be killed on a bone, you witless ape.
All right.
Oh, that was a trap.
What's up? Good as done.
Die.
What's the word, Chief? Your face is just begging to be kicked.
All right. All right.
Whoa.
What's up?
Not a big
All right.
deal or whatever. Okay, inner chamber. I'll check if I can go rest in the hive. I don't think so. Maybe I can rest in that. Ouch. In that little house that you get.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could rest in this open tomb. Nice, I forgot that. You have rested for 16 hours.
All right.
Oh, it's a teleport. Enemy? Fuck you.
Done.
Okay. Let's go here. about this? We didn't do this. Wait.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I'm gone. Done.
Huh? Slattern. What?
No, we'll go here.
Sure, why
What
not?
are you doing? What is he doing?
Done.
What's up, Chief?
I don't get it. No, I want him to
Done.
attack the other one.
Damn it!
He's locked onto me.
Did you see that?
I'm seeing it. What's going on, dude? Oh, I think we're good now. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Let's go.
Done.
Uh-oh.
Did you see
Right.
that?
Oh.
Done.
Strahan Rune Shadow. You see a mid-sized man in long robes of deep black. His hair is neatly coiffed, and an impeccable trimmed goatee complements his handsome features. Noticing your arrival, he puts down the book he was writing in and strides confidently over to you, smiling. Impressive, I must admit. I never thought you would make it this far. Couldn't we have a voice for this guy? Maybe just this line? I'm glad to have disappointed you. Are you the one responsible for all the walking dead? Pal Necromancer, I've come to put an end to your desecration of this place. Sorry to have disturbed you, farewell. Are you the one responsible? Who am I is of no consequence to you. What I want is the question that should concern you most. As he speaks, he looks you up and down, as if somehow fascinated by you. Very well, what do you want? You're wrong. What you want doesn't interest me. I'm here to kill you. What do you want? He takes a step back and cocks an eyebrow. I want your blood. Is that some kind of threat? What a coincidence. I've come to your blood as well, prepared to die. I'm not interested. Very well. Is that some kind of threat? The man starts to answer, but stops himself abruptly. An evil smile spreads across his face, and he begins to laugh. Yes, I suppose it is. He continues to laugh even harder at his own private joke. You notice that his hands have begun to move at his sides. Slowly they flit back and forth, tracing intricate patterns in the air. Oh shit. Okay, so we don't have any spells or anything. What about this? What do we have here? Swarm Curse. That doesn't look great. It's just healing. True deaths. Okay, this heals me. Armor class, crush. Okay, that's cool. I have one each. Let's just let's just focus all on Strahan Rune Shadow.
All right.
No, always want to cancel with the right mouse button, but that doesn't work.
What's the word, Chief?
Do this first.
You gotta face only the sledgehammer could love. And has.
Oh, he sells versus spell. What's going on here? What's going on? Are we afflicted or something? Over. This is over. Oh wow, and I flee. I flee.
What's up?
Barely injured, yeah, for sure. Badly injured. Oh, if I at least... Oh, he's dead. Okay, wow, 975 XP. If I at least could come... This guy could come back. Oh, that's nice.
Done.
I'm okay with numbers.
All right.
They're very small numbers, so I'll take this just for you guys.
All right.
Scroll of Ice Knife bracelets. Okay, yeah. Just take this for now. What's this? Identify. No identifying. I have a lot of these bandages. I should just put it there, just so it's in my inventory, but it's a good weapon if I get good in axes, but I will not invest in axes. 2 for crushing, speed 1, proficiency fists, and yes, I am proficient in fists. Fist and edge weapon for now, but I have 3 weapon proficiency slots that I could use. But I need to find a trainer for that. Take the skull, whatever. Oh my. Bunch of stuff here. He's full. Okay, wow. This leather-bound tome is cracked and worn with age. Some sort of crest has been burned into the cover. You can make out a series of interlocking triangles centered... Yo, base! Centered about the initials SR. The writing upon its pages has faded considerably, but the last few entries seem to have been penned recently. Day 2 of the something. At last I found it. The missing page of the Aptarge grimoire is not in my possession. As I guessed, the page detailed the necessary component for the casting of the final transformation spell. I have all but one of the components. A drop of an immortal blood is all that stands between me and the eternal power of lichdom. But where can I find such a rarity? Perhaps I should seek the answer through divination. After days of taxing divination spells, I finally have my answers. The divination revealed the location of an immortal to be somewhere within the ancient mausoleum located in the Ive section of Sigil. That's me. I must make haste. I must find this creature and draw its blood before it moves on. I have arrived at the mausoleum. Immediately, I was set upon by a shade that guards the remains of those interred within this place. I managed to elude the spirit and found my way into what appears to have been some sort of inner sanctum, protected by some minor wards to prevent any further interruption by the supernatural twit. I have set about raising some of the locals to conduct a search for the immortal. If the divination was accurate and the immortal is here, then likely it is interred within one of the many crypts that line these halls. It is only a matter of time now. I am not alone. Someone has entered the mausoleum and interfering with my servants. Could this be the one I seek? The divination revealed only that I would find the immortal here. Could it be that my presence in this place has prompted that which I seek to seek me out? What a delightful twist. I shall have to... The ink of this last entry is still wet because we arrived in the room and we killed him while he was writing this. That's cool. Okay. And that's it. So we'll come back to the Dustmen and they'll be happy about that. We'll get some XP and probably some money. Oh, hello, Guardian Spirit. As you step into the corridor, the Guardian Spirit materializes before you. Its ghostly countenance regards you benevolently. I thank you. You have done me a great service. The spirits of my charges sleep quietly once again. Go in peace, friend. The apparition fades away, leaving you alone in the deserted halls of the mausoleum.
Updated my journal.
My skills have increased.
Oh, he leveled up. I didn't. We updated our journal. Journal screen, it says that... Well, let's see this. I have slain the intruding necromancer the guardian spirit spoke of. With his power broken, the dead no longer walks the hall of the mausoleum. Norush will be pleased. Let's go talk to Norush.
Huh?
Eh? Level up. Fighting skills have improved. 10 hit point gain. Oh yeah. 2 hit point gain from constitution bonus. You are level 4. I'm level 4. Okay, just got his level 4. Okay, nice. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I'm gone.
So for now, we are a fighter. We're both fighters. Fighter level 4. But once we get to a certain character, I will able to put points into mage, and another character I will be able to put points into thievery. And ideally I want to have that choice before level 7, but that should not be a problem. Because at level 7, that's when you specialize in whatever you're... So if I get to fighter level 7, I'll get my first specialization, which will be a fighter specialization. I don't exactly know what it is. It's probably a bunch of strength points and constitution points, something like that. In the case of the mage, it might be bonus spells or bonus to something like that, you know. And then the thief has the same thing. It's level 7 and 12 or 13 or something like that. But it's the level ups are very straightforward. So yeah, we just go back all the way here.
All right.
Enemy sighted.
I'm gone.
What? You filthy stinkards.
All right. All right.
What's up, Chief? Choke on a bone, you witless ape.
There you go. We go directly to him when he gets
I'm
threatened.
gone.
Damn it.
I forgot that these guys are much easier than I'll need to leave some stuff. I mean, I could put some stuff on myself. Like I can put this on myself, I guess. But I need to get into the mausoleum or
Done.
someplace here that I can dump my stuff. Well, if I go here, for example, there's a miss here, Shilandra. She seems fine enough, so I'm gonna use this as a dumping ground for now. Like this bronze ring, wooden club, fuck that. I don't think I need any of these. I don't think I need this dustman robe anymore. Iron spike. Yeah, well, all the
Okay.
all of these. The rags, of course. And these for now I can't use them. And this I'll be able to sell it eventually. Let's just keep this for now. We do have money and it's not really a problem.
What's up? Sure, why not?
Let's also put the chunk there. But all these things that I'm putting there could be an important item. Like this cobblestone, I think this cobblestone is what opens up the portal when I'm inside the mortuary to exit the mortuary. But I can also just exit the mortuary. Oh no, to exit the mortuary, I might need the robes. No, it's unlocked. I can just pass now.
Done.
So let's go to the Dusty's bar. I don't think I've been to this house. But we've been everywhere here. There's only one exit. It's this. But let's go to this house here.
Done.
This man looks haunted. His eyes are half-lidded. His eyes are half-lidded, as if he has had trouble sleeping, and his hair is long and unkempt. His beard is flecked with bits of dead skin and old bits of food. He doesn't seem to notice you as you approach. Greetings. The man glances up at the sound of your voice, and his slack expression vanishes. It looks like someone has lit two fires in his eyes. What be your business barging into my house? His eyes narrow and his teeth clench. Get, or I'll send you back to whatever grave you crawled from. Go ahead and try if you think you have the strength. No one speaks to me that way. Take back your words. Calm yourself. I have some questions. The man's face turns blood red and he begins shouting. Are you daft? With a snarl he spites at your feet. You filthy, scarred dog, off with ye, or even the powers won't be able to save your hide. Farewell, then. The man throws a parting shot at your back. You'd best never cross my door again, you wretched stinking bastard. That's it. Leave without another word. What about you? This woman looks to be in her middle years, and her hair has streaks of gray running through it. Lines of worry crisscross her face. As she sees you, she seems torn between asking you to leave and calling for the man at the table. Greetings. You'd best leave, for I call my husband. He won't take kindly to you having barged your way into our house. If you were going to call him, you would have done so already. I have some questions for you. Call your husband, and you'll both die. Now answer some question. Calm down. Answer some question. You would have done already. Questions. She glances toward her husband, worry in her eyes. I have not the time, stranger. Do not be troubling me with such things. Excuse me? Are you all right? Me? She seems surprised. Oh, I. She lowers her voice. You'd best leave. My husband has not been himself of late. You'd best not provoke him with your presence. I spoke with him. He seems troubled. What's wrong with him? He's been out of sorts of late. A touch of cough, maybe. She gives an unconvincing half shrug. What's really wrong with him? I think he's done something he regrets. Her worried expression melts into despair. I think he signed one of the dead contracts. I cannot imagine what possessed him to do such a foolish thing. Dead contracts. The dead, the dustmen, have contracts that give them the right to someone's body after they die. What do the dustmen do with the body after death? Animate it with their black magic, turns it into one of the walking dead, make it a worker till... She looks at her husband helplessly, till it rots away. Why did your husband sign such a thing? Your husband won't need his body after death. What's the problem? Why? It may have been Goat eager to bring on some more jing than custom. He's prideful, but I think he's hurt himself more by doing so. That's unfortunate. I had some question for you. Can this contract be undone? She looks at you surprised and sighs. I've tried. I've spoken to the dustman he did the signing with, but he's cold and chill, like all the dusties. He even lectured me on my husband, as if I had no right to try and help him. Her lips became a tight, thin line, as if picturing the dustman's face. He was cold, cruel, he was. Let me see what I can do. Who was this dustman your husband signed the contract with? The dusty calls himself Gravesend. I know not his first name. He has a table at the dustman bar in the hive, gathering dust. I believe this place is named. You can most like find him there, trying to get more people to sign his contracts. I'll seek him out.
Updated my journal.
Head out to the street outside, go to the memorial stone, then head south. I know where it is. You should run right into it. There's one of them, her face. I won't turn away such a friendly gesture. She seems grateful, then her worried expression returns. But I must ask ye not to let on I ask ye to do such a thing. My husband has a terrible temper, and if you were to find out... Vow, I promise that your husband will not find out. I can't make any promises. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens. He might find out, that's the thing. I'm sorry, I can't make promises. Then I ask that you keep as quiet as you can about the matter. Very well, I'll go see about undoing your husband's contract now. So I guess we could talk to him about it. I spoke to your wife. I think I can help you with. And then he'll be, you mother... No one speaks to me that way. Take back your words. I think he's all talk anyway. This ain't no flop house. I don't want to kill the guy, so goodbye.
All right.
Looks like the Dusty's lost one of the deaders.
Okay, so what's the name of the guy? Gravesend? It's Mortai Gravesend, the guy who just wants to sell contracts. That's his whole being, selling dead contracts. Ah, traveler, Mortai Smiley sees you. We meet again. Are you the one who signed that dead contract with Angyar? Mortai frowns. He looks puzzled. Mayhap. He thinks for a moment. I have not recalled the name, however. I would like to settle that contract. Do you have that contract with you? Mortai frowns, then looks into the fold of his robe. I do not normally keep the documents with me, but it may be that... Mortai pulls forth a sheaf of paper from within his robes, begins leafing through documents. No, I don't have it on me. Would like me to fetch it from one of the back rooms? If you could, I would like to see it. Not exactly. I would like to cancel. You keep contracts here in the establishments? Until they are shipped to the mortuary, yes. I have signed many contracts in my life, many contracts, including my own. Such a trouble to all them all to the mortuary. I would like to settle that contract you made. Do you have the contract you made? I would like to see it. Wait for him to
Updated my
return.
journal.
After a while, Mortar returns, a dusty piece of parchment in his hand. He holds it up, allowing you to see it, but does not allow it to leave his grip. Look over the parchment. There it is, sir. Angyar, very somber fellow, very quick to sign. He clucks his tongue, and now a much richer fellow. You glance over the contract. It looks genuine and very official. Updated my updated my journal. Very well, it all looks in order. Mortai puts the contract away, and you notice he tucks it into his robes instead of putting it in the back room. And welcome back. He tucks it into his robes instead of putting it in the back room. Mortai clucks his tongue. Does that answer your question? Can I see it again? It all looks in order. I would like to settle that contract. I'm afraid that is impossible. The contract is signed, settled, and binding. Whoa. The contract is tearing the man's life apart. The contract is tearing the man's life apart. It is causing him distress. It is possible that he may not even be able to approach the true death with such emotion churning in his mind. Is there any way I might be able to settle the contract with you? Bluff. I suggest you hand over the contract right now, or I'll butcher you where you stand. Truth. I'll butcher you where you stand. Never mind questions. It is causing distress. Mortai chews it over a moment. It looks like you've negotiated him into a corner. I cannot. It is a matter of law, my friend. Besides, the burden lies upon the signer to overcome his own feelings in order to reach a true death. I cannot... So what you're saying is that you'll deny him the true death for the sake of a piece of parchment? Is there any way I might be able to settle? Bluff. True. Let's continue this thing. Mortai sighs and holds up his hand as if to placate you. Look, it is not how you are making out to be. You obviously hold the philosophy of the dustman in that contempt, to damn a man's soul over the piece of paper. Do you other members of your faction know of your conduct in this regard? If not, they soon will. Is there any way I might settle the contract? Bluffing truth. Let's continue this. Mortai glares at you for a moment. Opens his mouth, closes it, then opens it. By the 9 L's. He reaches into the robes and throws the contract to you. Here! He sniffs disdainfully. All for a man's peace of mind. Now, be gone. I will leave for now. Farewell. Ooh. There you go. I could have you motherfucker! Or settled it with money, probably. But that would have cost me at least 50, probably $100. There's no way I'm going to pay $100 for that.
I'm gone.
Oh, we probably will be able to talk through a lot of the shit in this game. That's the point. That's the objective of this character. He's a talker. You see Angyar. He doesn't look any better than before. As you approach him again, he turns slowly to face you. His face tightens. You again!
Done.
Let's talk to her first. I can show him and just destroy the contract if I remember correctly. Angyar's wife looks up awkwardly as you approach. Were you able? Yes, I was able to get the contract. Here it is. She looks relieved, and her eyes become misty. Oh, by the powers, you must be a deva in disguise to do such a thing for someone you barely know. Give her the contract? I didn't do this for free, you know.
Updated my journal.
Nay. If you could show my husband the contract, say that you got it from him, but don't say how. I'd appreciate it. Very well, I'll show it to him then. I think I can just show it and just do this and not even say a word. You say Angyar doesn't look any better than before as you approach. Show him the Dustman contract. As you pull out the contract, the blood drains out of Angyar's face. For a moment he seems at a loss for words. Then his temper quickly resurfaces. Where did you get that? By the powers. You'd best tell me. Your wife, no. I took it from the dustman named Mortai. It has your name on it. Or just tear up the contract. Tear up the contract.
Updated my journal.
You tear up the parchment, and Engyar's eyes follow the bits of paper as they float to the ground with a desperate look. He shudders slightly, then straightened as if a great weight was lifted from him. He looks like he is about to thank you, then stops and stares at you suspiciously. Nothing's free. Not in the hive, Cutter. Consider this free, and expect a lot of rules in the hive to change while I'm around. I might need a favor in the future. Could you help me? Well, if you feel the need to pay me, I had some questions. Let's say the favor. This is nice. I like this, but I'm gonna say this. Well, if you feel the need to pay me, I had some questions. Oh, he's probably gonna do the questions anyway. In the future, I ransomed me life to one man already, and I'm not about to do it again. Oh, we'll settle the debt now. Very well. I feel like the need to pay me. If you feel the need to pay me, then I could use some question answered. I could use a place to rest. Oh, that's cool. There's no debt. Consider this one free. Well, yeah, consider... No, I can just rest in that other room. I tried it. It worked very well. It's just beside this room anyway. I don't know. Let's say it anyway. A place to rest is nice. That's the least I can do. I'll let my wife get some blankets. I still have some questions. Can I ask you why you signed the contract? Perhaps it's the sheer amount of riches and wealth that surrounds you that distracts you. He snorts. We have less than nothing, and I needed Jink. Didn't seem to matter too much at the time where it might come from, and selling my body to a Dusty's is a lot more honest than most work around here. What caused you to change your mind? It's just... He sighs. I saw one of them zombies on the streets a half-month ago. One of them zombies that work for the Dusties. And it stabbed me in my heart. I knew I'd made a mistake. I didn't want to be any part of that after death. Then you shouldn't have signed the contract. We've all had our shares of mistakes. He just said why. I suppose. Questions. I'm looking for a man named Farad. The name be known to me, and not a foul name it is either. What can you tell me about him? He's one of them collectors, and one in a long shadow. Quite a few boys at his beck and call. He may not be the lord of the realm, but he's not a smart one to tangle with, Lord or no. Collectors, nowhere can find him. We know what a collector is, but whatever. Human vultures, jackals, hyenas, filthy burks who ain't got a shred of dignity. All of them have their kip in Ragpicker Square. Gathered to that. Yeah, we know Ragpicker Square. We know why they do it, but whatever. Let's... Nope. Oh, they still say a lot, though. Not nope. It's like blah, blah, blah. There was one of... Oh, I know Farah. I hate him. I don't know where he is, though. Dusty's... Ragpicker Square. Dusty's pay for bodies. Helps them keep the streets clean when the rains aren't enough. So Farad was one of these collectors. You know where I can find him.
Updated my journal.
Oh, well, wow. We got some XP. Aye, but I wouldn't be doing you a favor telling you to ye. He frowns deepens. One of me kin fell into his lot a few months back and spilled some of the dark of old Farad. To hear that tell, Farad's actually got his kit buried somewhere under Ragpicker Square. Oh, this is the best information we had yet. They all said Ragpicker Square, but that it was easy. It was hard to find. To get to it, there's some kind of portal you need to jump through while carrying some junk in your hand. Oh, okay, I can get some junk. Where's Ragpicker Square? It's a few blocks from here. Go straight west from the mortuary gate. Keep going until you start seeing trash and rags piled up everywhere. You're the best to walk careful there. The collector is there. Don't always wait for a body to die before collecting the corpse, you hear? I've lost a journal. The journal, they say, nope. I haven't seen a thing. Do you mind if I rest here? No, I don't need to rest right now. I feel
stronger.
Oh, level up. Wow, okay, cool. Level up. The accent of the NPCs are mark that his info dumb was not understood. The accent of the NPC are marked that his info dumb was not understood. I don't get it. I don't get what you just said, but sometimes English language eludes me. Communication is difficult. So we talked to him about everything. Let's talk to her again. Low on supplies, can you help me out? Oh, we can buy stuff here if we ever want to. Cool, okay, that's a cool little thing that we just discovered.
Done.
Some good XP, and we leveled up. Yes, that's important. So, level up. Saving throws have improved, fighting skills have improved, 1 characteristic point gain, 10 hit points. Yes, yes. Okay, so more wisdom? Yeah, let's get some more wisdom. Just because the bonus XP is nice, but I'll eventually dump some things in intelligence and charisma. But, wisdom. Yeah, why not? So when I'll switch to mage, I'll be level 1 mage. But I will still retain not everything here, unfortunately. I will retain my HP. And my weapon proficiency, but I will now add the taco of a mage, which will probably be very shitty, but I should level up pretty quickly, because, I mean, from level 1 to 2 to 3, it's pretty quick. And until I get past this level here, once I get past this, I will get all the bonuses of fighter level 5, which is probably not much anyway. Yeah, it's just cool that now we start the game as a fighter and everybody can play the fighter. It's no problem. You don't have to deal with magic right now. We just have 2 characters to deal with. Fights are very simple, but it will definitely get more complex. As I remember it. Okay, no, we can go there or there. But no, let's go back to... Okay, when I double click, I get to that place. No. No. I talked to Norge, I can't remember his name. This guy. You see Norge. He's pulling at one of the spikes in his hair. I found out what was going on in the mausoleum. The dead sleep again.
Updated my journal.
Got 300 copper and 1000 XP. Noroj lines of worry smooth out as you speak. Thanks give I, he reaches into his robes and draws forth a large bag, which he hands to you. Copper coin thrice 100, and he reaches into his robe again, then throws a roll of bandages to you. Need these bandages more than I, you seem. Thanks, glad I could help. Farewell. Let's see our journal here. We have to find Farod, we have to find the missing journal, find the source of Farod's body, Help Savte get a revenge. A few blocks south of the mortuary. Find a way to help Ingress. I need to find an experienced planewalker. Talk to Norge for Emmerich and do what Emmerich for Norge asks of you. Okay, we can do this now. Track down a thief. This guy has a dustman. Oh, I think I need to come back into the mausoleum for this. Find Craddock for being the sender. Agreed. Giant stern looking man. Okay, I don't know where this Craddock man is. Let's talk to you. But we did what you wanted. Why can't we?
Done.
Now we go back to Emmerich. I want to join his faction. He's the guy that I can join with? It's like we didn't have this conversation before, but we did. We did what he asked us of us. Maybe I need this too? Oh, I need to do this also. Okay, okay, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm gone.
It should be pretty easy.
Single day it is. Looks like the Dusty's lost
Well,
one of their dead.
what is it?
I just want her to join us. I know she joins us eventually. I can't remember when. What triggers that? I can't just enter it. Oh, and I just want the junk on myself now. If that's what you need to enter the portal.
I'm gone.
So the junk was actually somewhat useful, apparently.
I'm gone.
Fuck off. I don't care about you guys. Smuggle me in. Could you smuggle me pretend dead? Pretend to be dead. Oh, we got some XP from that. You want to be sold now? Yeah.
I'm gone.
Okay, yeah, let's go down here. Do another save here. There were some things that were closed. Locked.
Done.
Let's see if I can open this now. Oh yeah, it's already open, so this I can remove. Delete. Is this still locked? No. It's just to go down anyway. Okay, so we're looking for a Dustman. I'm pretty sure it's on this level. Shit. No, I'm not lost. I have some questions. I'm here to see someone. Daranara. So that's not the guy. I should have taken the robe with me. What are you think doing here? Shut up. I come to pay my respect to Daranara. And that's it. They're fine with that. Hey, Cherokee Starfish. Thank you for the raid. How's it going? I wanted to ask you if you did finish Arcanum. I think so, right? You moved on to something else. Hey, Crovexius. Thank you again. Let me give you a shout out here. Almost. Yes, sir. There you go. And then the other shout out, like 2 shout outs. There you go. And Twitch, you want us to use the shout out? Let's do this. I think I could do both at the same time, probably. If I make it that instead of this being my shout out. Yeah, I could do both at the same time. If I make it the same command as the one on this the Twitch's command. Okay.
All right.
All right. So I don't know where that guy is. Probably upstairs. I don't think it's one of these, but let's talk to them anyway, just to see if we can. I'm bound for the exit. No trouble. Thank you for assistance. Let's move up, I guess.
All right.
There's 3 levels. There's another level upstairs. That might be that, because here there's no dusties here.
All right.
What about this place? Anything was still locked here? Bolt Neil tools. Oh, that's to remove the bolts on the. Well, that's some good XP. I could do that. No, I don't want to talk to you, Dustman. I talked to a dustman that has a name. Oh shit. Well, this guy doesn't move, so he's kind of different than the others. Yes. Oh, oh shit. No. Leave quickly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Anyway, let's reload. We didn't do anything.
All right.
Oh, I can't find the guy. I thought he was around here. Whatever. Well, since I'm not I can't do this, I can't join the Dustman. It's lame. Where the fuck is he? I'm like 100, almost 100% sure that he's supposed to be on this level, or maybe on the level above, the third level. I don't want to look it up, but I want to join the fucking...
Done.
Let's see if it's here. Not her. So to go around upstairs, I need the guys. Or I need to kill them all, which I don't want to do. Did I kill the guy? But he's a spy, he shouldn't attack me. I remember talking to... I remember that so much that when I saw Soegi or whatever that was here, then now he disappeared. I thought that was the guy. I always remembered at the beginning of the game a Dusty that is not a Dusty. So I'm gonna look it up, but I doubt that unfinished business has changed anything in that sort. But the mortuary. Oh, there's way too much stuff here. No, I'll have to type my question in Google. Spy Dustman. Vaxis. Vaxis is a member of the anarchist faction on a mission to spy the Dustman. Location, mortuary, second floor. What the fuck? Oh, he disguised himself as zombie. And I didn't notice him? Wow. Every time I played this game, I was able to notice him. Okay, let's go see if I can... Let's go see.
All right.
Need to talk to all of these. Yes, he's stitched up. And he's probably not in the first area.
I think I'm in love.
Eric!
We have such sights to show you.
Yes, Cherokee Starfish, the music in this game is pretty amazing, and I just came from Fallout 2 and it feels like the same. I don't know who is the composer of this game or who's the composer of Fallout 2 either. Stitch closed. This is the guy. And I have no way to like identify him. Let's talk to him. It blinks in surprise. Oh, what? Ah, shit. It's just because we didn't talk to him, that's all. You're not a zombie. Who are you? Why have you described as a corpse?
Updated my journal.
The zombie is trying to respond behind Stitch's lips. He has a peculiar half-frightened, half-angry expression. Oh, you. What you want? I guess all the other times I played, I always talked to every single zombie. I didn't want to be too chaotic. Mark Morgan. Ah, there you go. That guy's a genius. What other... Let's do a little segue here. What did he do? Except... these games that we know. Fallout 1 and 2, I guess. Mark Morgan, composer. Oh, we know this guy. This is the Zorg Nemesis guy. These days he's everywhere, this fucker. This guy has done the music in Zorg Nemesis, the music in Descent 2, the music in Zorg Grand Inquisitor, the music in Fallout and Fallout 2 and Planescape. Then he did Civilization Call to Power, Giants, Citizen Kabuto, which I want to play, but I never played. Wasteland 2, Prey 2, which was cancelled, so no. Stasis. Oh, Stasis is a great game. Torment, Tides of Numenera. And The Bard's Tales 4. And also Wasteland 3. So, ooh, Wasteland 3, that's cool. And Wasteland 2 also, okay. Yeah, this guy does just great music. When I was playing Nemesis, I was like, this feels so much like Fallout. And I think it's when I played Grand Inquisitor that I looked up the name of the guy and I realized, oh my god, it is the guy from Fallout. And Nemesis was his first game. And it seems to have kind of set a tone for everything else afterwards. Because Nemesis has this weird feeling. The graphics, the music, the whole thing, the voices. Who are you? Tell me who you are. Who are you? The zombie doesn't seem to have heard you. He looks you up and down for a moment. What you do here? You spy on Dusties? Why don't you tell me what you're doing before I call the guards? Look, I'm the one asking the questions here, zombie. Tell me what you're doing here. I'll make that disguise a reality. Let's go with this. There must be something in your eyes that make the zombie's expression crumble. No, don't call the guards. Me spy on Dusty, say what I see. Spy for who? The zombie falls to frightened silence. He seems unwilling to say any more. Come on, what are you watching this place for? Hold on. This Burke must be an anarchist. Posing as zombie got to be the first for those adult sods. Anarchists.
Updated my journal.
Anarchists. They're a faction that wastes their time peeping on authority figures and looking for ways to tear down anything that stinks or of order or control. The anarchists think every Burke across the plains will be free and happy to seek out their own truth. Once the establishment is burned to the ground, they want to establish a new order. No order at all. Yeah, that's not an order. They don't want order. That seems like a noble pursuit. Order could use a good tearing down every once in a while. That seems pretty contradictory. That has to be one of the most stupid things I've ever heard. Whatever. That doesn't seem constructive to anyone. Some order, some law is always necessary for progress to be made. That seems pretty contradictory. The zombie is watching you both fearfully. He's still silent, but something in his expression tells you Morris was right on the mark. The anarchist, huh? Then who are you watching this place for? That who you're watching this place for? To your surprise, the zombie turns away from you. He's starting to glance around fearfully. You won't talk? Get ready to start screaming. Never mind. What have you seen the dustman do? Nothing. Can't find nothing dead. Dead, just dead people. Dusty do nothing. Eisenhower in conviction. Still I watch. You know someone named Farad? Farad. The zombie frowns briefly in thought. Me here he live in Ive somewhere. Not nowhere. Dusty is very, very mad. May not like Farad. Ive? Slums outside this place. Why don't the dustman like Farad?
Updated my journal.
He's a collector. Brings dead to mortuary. Sells them to dustmen. Brings lots of dead. Dusty's not know where he gets deaders. Think he's putting Burks in dead book. What? He's saying this Farad Burke has been... Mort says that. A lot of deaders corpse to dustmen. That's what collectors do. They gather dead bodies and sell them to dustmen. Sounds like this. We know this. I'm missing a journal. Of course not. Some Burke peeled you? What? He wants to know if somebody robbed you. Dal, Scribe, Old Yellow, Dayanara, who's she? Soego, Guide.
Updated my journal.
He's at the front door. He's not at the front door anymore. Like Strange, not Dusty, not Arnicus. Ice changed. Like Rat Strange. Soego, oh. Maybe he was done with the Dusties and he moved on. How did you get to look like that? You're good at disguise. Me also got scars. Wear lots of embalming fluid. Me make good zombie. Zombie giggles with stitched lips and taps his head. Dusty's too stupid. Yeah, they're the stupid ones, alright. The sarcasm is evidently lost on the zombie, who nods eagerly. Stupid Dusties. Me make good zombie. Doesn't that hurt? That disguise is pretty good. Can you disguise me as a zombie? Oh. He looks at your scars. Ask you some question, me. It not hurt much. Me tough. It's probably gonna give us some XP. Looks you up and down for a moment, mumbling to himself. Me need jar of embalming fluid. I have some on me. And some threads, but I don't want to do that, no. Some other time, maybe. So we have all the information we need, I think. Did they want us to stop this guy? Track down the thief. This guy's a dustman. I mean, it's this guy. We tracked him down. That's probably what we needed to do.
All right. Done.
The thing with his music about this guy, and that's the thing with Nemesis, Zork Nemesis also. A little less Zork. Zork Grand Inquisitor's music is more whimsical, but he still did a great job, and it was very different than what he usually does. That's not where I wanted to go. But this composer has a way of treating the music as you don't know if it's the music or the ambient sound. It's like the ambient sound of the place, the ambient feel of the place, transforming the feeling that you would have if you were there, seeing all that, smelling all that, feeling it, but translating that into music. So let's talk to Norwich. What? Oh, what do we need to do then? We don't need to kill the guy? Can I just reload? Oh, I just... Oh, come on. I just for fun. Now that's not fun anymore. I just want to become a Dusty for a moment because I'll be able to switch to something else quickly. In return for a mission about how to escape the mortuary. Alexis asked for a favor. Oh yeah, that's why we already know this. No, but I just... It doesn't even talk here about the quests concerning him. Joining the Dustman. Oh, just how the fuck do you join the Dustman? Then go to the Dustman bar and talk to Emmerich. Tell him about where the Pharaoh gets the bodies. Tell him about where Pharaoh gets the bodies. Oh, that's one way to do it. Okay, but we can't do that right now. If you can also join the Dustman here. Oh no, okay. This will gain you some experience. You can still say no after the last task. The first task, talk to Murray, tells you about the thief. So tell that to Emmerich and get some copper. Oh, that doesn't work now. Now Emmerich wants you to talk to Awaiting Death, which is already did too. Talk to Seer. Again, we did that. Let's find out about Swigo, which I already know. And we can't do any of these things, kind of. Because we did another quest instead. What the fuck? Cannot join the Dustman? I think Quinn made some changes to how the faction initiations work before it was possible to join the Dustman. Wait, who's Quinn? Mods and tweaks. Yeah, so this changed for some reason. Oh, that's why I don't like fucking mods. What did you do? I won't come back here anyway. Now I can't even do this quest, it seems. I should be able to say to Nudge about the spy.
I'm gone.
Unless no, there's something else?
Maybe I can gut a Dusty.
And stopping from restoring the...
All right.
Stopping him maybe just making him so he can get out. Oh, you have multiple quick saves. Oh, this was still inside.
All right. Done.
It's this guy, right? But he doesn't want to get out. He's supposed to ask to get out of here. I guess I need to kill him now. Unless I can reload before talking to him. Two. You say nothing to the... Did you threaten me? I wouldn't even think of telling the dustman. I promise I won't say anything to the dustman about you. Whatever. Well, that's the first time we get this though. Maybe by reloading it kind of clicked.
I'm gone.
But I need to stop him. So the only way to stop him is to kill him, I guess. Maybe if I do the quest. Because I think if you ask this... Okay, let's give him the things. Try to hold still. So we look like a zombie. It's made the stitches on his lips any tighter.
Updated my journal.
Talk to him. Oh, that was kind of useless. We wasted those 2 items for 500 XP. I don't think it's that useful. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna kill him, apparently. I can't... I would like to just tell him to go away, but I don't know why I can't do that. The only thing I could do is... Never mind. And then he says like... Let's lie. I wouldn't even think about telling the dustman. And let's go tell the dustman.
All right.
And just reload back here if there's a problem. Well, that's a waste of time doing all this. Come on.
I'm gone.
Technically, the game has acknowledged that we know this information. So we should be able to tell Naj something, or we should be able to threaten him to go away.
All started
No. We need to kill him. So let's say. Can't tell me also I go. No, it's when I say something about. Just when we talk to him, we say greetings, and then we say, never mind. And he's like, hey. Now we can say threaten. Fuck you.
Done.
A knife, whatever. And now I guess I can go talk to Noroj and become a dustman. Which is kind of lame. I needed to kill this guy to become a dustman.
Done.
I just wanted to threaten him or to... It seems that he's supposed to ask you to... that he wants to get out of here, but I don't get this information. I don't get this dialogue choice. For
All right.
reasons.
This is probably the worst place we can be in Sigil at the worst time.
It's Sigil that he says, not Sigil. Seagull.
I'm gone.
So there is a glitch with the fucking quest. Oh well. That's fucking lame. Then I can reload this save then. Right, this one. No, not this one. Well, I want to have talked to... It's like my last save game. This is my last one.
All right.
The one just before that. I think I got one. Well, I prefer reloading. Yeah, let's reload this.
All right.
Well, I guess we won't be joining the Dustman. Not a big deal, but whatever. No, I haven't been able to ask anybody. Well, I guess I fucked up these quests. I don't know how that happened. Great. I hope there won't be other fuck-ups like that. Let's go south. But the main quest, I think we need to go west.
Done.
Let's... Can we change the time to... It'd be nice to see something. Fucking night.
I'm gone. Done.
16 hours. That's a lot. Is it still daytime?
Done.
Is it night? It's still nighttime? 16 hours, that's almost impossible. It could be the end of the day though.
All right.
Okay. We can talk to a collector here. This man is draped in filthy tattered brown robes, a long hood concealing most of his face. Greetings. You see his eyes narrow beneath his hood. He takes a step back. What do you want? What are you doing? I'm looking for some damn bodies is what I'm trying to do. But you think the dead powers had packed up their kip and left the plains. The way people are staying healthy and all. There's a sudden gleam in his eye. We had the pucks last month. It was a glorious time. With bodies thinking to high heaven. And plenty of jink to be had too. Why looking for bodies? Well, y'all the blighters to the mortuary. Then you talk to Dusty's Agile and get a bit of jinx. Why did the dustmen buy the bodies? They gather that it's their job. Well, we know all this. What do you mean? I don't make enough jing to light up. Okay. No. You'll get nothing and you'll answer my questions. Never mind then. Damsel in distress. You see a pretty young woman. Her hair is in disarray and the bodice of her dress is torn. She looks about in desperation and then notices you. Greetings. She runs up to you and grabs your arm. You notice the front of her dress is stained with blood. Help me, Cutter, please. They're killing my sister. She begins to tug on your arm. Who? She looks around wildly. This drunken man who follows us from one of the tavern. We thought he meant no harm. Please, Cutter, there's no more time. Oh, it's a trap. Wait, first you said they were killing your sister, and now you said he is killing her? Which is it? She stares at you, unsure what to say. I am distraught. I made a mistake. She glances at the blood. Please help me. Examine the blood. Glance down and look at the blood, although it does appear to be real. It's completely dried. Must be hours old. That blood is hours old. What are you up to? You see her eyes flick to the blood stain and then back at you. You think you can hear a hint of nervousness. You're mistaken. Please help me. Tell me something. Oh, let's bluff. She looks into your eyes and then glances at the scars that cover your body. She swallows nervously and you see her pale before your eyes. I'm supposed to lure people into an alley nearby. They're waiting there to take their jink. Let me give you some advice. Get out of here and don't come back. Advice. Don't pick someone like me as your mark. Choose some drunken fop. Looks like he's never seen a battle in his life. Never mind. Well, no, now I want to say goodbye. Just go away and I don't want to see you. I didn't think that was the other option. I don't want to give her tips to do that. And then I'll never see her again. She's done. Angry greetings. The man ignores you. Sir. Farewell, Mari. Don't talk to me. Warns for trees. You see a tired-looking, sorrowful old man who is gazing at the ash tree dead in front of him. The ash-dead tree in front of him. He is mumbling to himself and tapping his chin, as if trying to figure something out. Occasionally he shakes his head sadly. Greetings. He seems momentarily startled as you interrupt his train of thought. He speaks in a calm, unhurried tone, but one full of sadness. Oh, greetings to you too, friend. How's this day would find you? Finds me well, miserable, does it matter? Well. He smiles, but sorrow still lies in his eyes. That's good, friend. Hope your good fortune continues. He seems about to turn back to the tree. And how's this day find you? He shrugs slightly and proffers a bit of smile. Fortune finds me well, though I'm saddened just the same. Why's that? He passed the tree beside him. It's the trees, here in the hive. They're dying, friend. No one cares. Seeing the look on your face, he holds his hands up, as if to silence you for a moment. It may not matter to some, but it's important to me. I feel it's a shame to see the last tatters of life and beauty in this world left, uncared for, to die. Can you understand that, friend? Yes, you're right, it's a sad thing. No, all things die in time. Why concern yourself with the when and how of it? No, I can't, unless the trees are of use to someone who would care. It's a sad thing. He seems surprised and blurts out, "Really? Oh, I mean, wonderful. Perhaps you would..." He paused and seemed suddenly suspicious. He composed himself, speaking in his usual slow manner. In any case, that's good. I suppose you have some questions for me. Not just yet. What is it you were going to ask? For the first time, the man seemed genuinely happy. It's difficult for anything to survive here. Just look around and you'll see what I mean. I'm not sure if it's possible for the trees to thrive here, even if they somehow were to get enough light and clean water. Go on. He nods enthusiastically. But if enough people care, really want them to live, I just know they'll survive. What? That makes no sense. You could be right. I am right, I'm certain of it. A sense of conviction surrounds him like an aura. He seems so unlike the man you first spoke to. That's all I'd ask of you, friend. Just care for them, all for their recovery. In time, should enough people want it, it will come to pass. Can you do that for me, friend? Yes, I'll help. Excellent, excellent, I thank you. You've given me back my confidence, my purpose. Perhaps I can find others like you who listen. Perhaps we'll make a difference. Mort, what do you think? Oh yeah, sure, whatever you say. Can you make an effort? Mort looks at you for a while. Yeah, I can. If it's that important to, I'll do it. Farewell. Let me save here, and I was thinking the whole time I was reading that I could do something to maybe unglitch myself. Since I do a lot of saves. When I leveled up, I was here. This one is the mortuary. Okay, so if I go back here,
stronger.
when I resolve this thing here,
Done.
now
Done.
I can just go to Vaxis or whatever, and then tell Nudge's Vaxis thing before. This is all a test. This is for science. Oh, I can't go in there like that way. Oh.
Another trip to the mortuary.
Oh, I didn't want him to kill me. You get more XP by disguising. What's the level up?
I feel
I'm
stronger.
Done. All right.
Okay, so now we can quick save, I guess. Yeah. Let's go talk to the guy here. Here. Save before talking to you, maybe. Anything going on? You're not a zombie, who are you? Why are you disguised as a corpse? Let's threaten him more now.
Updated my journal.
I was looking for you. Let's try this. Yes, I have a message for you. Have your new orders. Tell me your mission. I need to find an escape route where I may leave unobserved. I'm ready to relieve you. Give me all the information you gathered, all your possession, then leave. Boom.
Updated my journal.
Boom! The zombie looks disappointed, but he shrugs and begins to fish deeply into his stained tunic. Been quiet, Dusty's been quiet. Nothing new since last report. After a few moments, he hands you some items. Here, judging by the smell, they must have been hidden so as to avoid. The zombie nods. You want out? Go out the arch and first floor north. When you have the key, we don't know what the key is. You can rest there. Questions?
Updated my journal.
Where is the portal? We know where it is, but whatever. What are you doing here? Rod, I've...
Updated my journal.
What? Journal, what? Dal. We don't know he's an anarchist though.
Updated my journal.
Oh, he's talking about the anarchist there. Since I'm supposed to know, I don't have the option of asking him. Don't go anywhere, though. We told him to go somewhere. Okay, let's save again.
All right. All right.
If I look at my journal, no, I can't talk about knowledge or whatever. What the about? That's annoying.
I feel stronger.
Let's kill him and see what happens. Anyway, we got all this stuff and some XP. Oh, we'll have to initiate combat, I guess. Because now we don't even have the option of... he doesn't get pissed at us anymore. What did he give us? Didn't get much. He gave us the knife. Maybe this. Maybe the embalming. Yeah, he gave us this. Okay, this is the last chance. Oh, he has some stuff on him. I thought he gave us everything.
All right. I'm gone.
I can't believe we just convinced him to go away and that was not enough. I feel this isn't even gonna work. I feel this quest now is broken. Not the biggest of
I'm
the
gone.
deals. Yeah, it's totally broken.
Updated my journal.
Why? I don't know. I don't know. So now we go back to where we originally were, which is this. Did the trees yet? That's good. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break here and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
You want pain? I'll give you pain.
Hold you close, so close to me, on sunlit shore, on stormy sea. I'll always be close by your side. Let come what may, whatever betide. We'll build a dream house high upon a hill where we can see the great wide world in all its majesty. Our house will ring with laughter.
Okay, Dad, I just want to finish this game. Okay, Dad, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm almost at the end. What happened to summer?
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Game Boy.
It ain't over till it's over.
Chill out, Dad.
Done.
Hello, you seem like someone. A slightly effeminate, well-groomed young man is watching passers-by with a contemptuous sneer. His hand rests on the elaborated, crafted, bejeweled hilt of a saber. With his silk garments and suede boots, he seems painfully out of place. Greetings. Tough with his delicate feature, though with his delicate feature and bow lips, he can pass for a comely woman. His voice, despite its softness, is without doubt a male's. A stranger. Another cutter. He spits the word out as if the taste offended him. Come to challenge my blade. Why not? Yeah. No, I have some question. Yeah, but would you care to make a wager on the outcome? No, I have questions. Anyway then, I have no time for the likes of you. He waves you off. You've underestimated me then, sir. Will you hear my questions or not? Have I then? Your impudence is amusing, however. What would you ask of me? Who are you? You may address me as Adiswell of the house Arianard. Okay. What are you doing here? He grins heavily, his teeth perfect and white as freshly fallen snow. Might as well be sharp as knives. Oh, this and that, testing my skills, looking for trouble. Hiving, as it were. I think I'd be a good test of your skills. Want to fight in a duel? Power road. No. The journal. You lost it here. Doubtless it's been stolen. Probably used as bedding or kindling by the local general. I forget you ever. What? Of course not. Let's say before doing the duel thing, I don't want to kill the guy. I'm here to fight. Tear that candied fop in two, boss. Show him how it's done. The young man's eyes gleam with burning ice. A frigid half-smile creeps over his lips. Excellent. You catch only a blur of motion before his saber is readied. Do your best not to bleed on my boots, will you? Behind him, a felty, robed figure is watching you with greedy eyes. Flee! Meet his attack.
What's up? She has the personality of a patch of razor.
All right.
And twice as ugly. Yeah.
Do it, dude.
I'm gone.
It's a duel, but our skull is still
I'm gone.
participate.
Damn it.
If he hits him, he'll probably start. Come on. Wow, this guy is that good? Shit. He's that good. Oh. Whoa. Haha. Whoa. Come on. Oh my god.
I'm hurt.
That's okay. Kill
Looks
us.
like death's come for the bill.
That's fine.
All right.
I want to go talk to him now that I died. See what happens.
All right. Done.
It's annoying that you need to do this and this. You used to just click the attack button. And he should have like a quick spell thing. You know, so that I can do his spell without having to do this each time.
What?
But it's not gonna be here. Oh, you want to dance with me, dude? Ow. Stop running away. God damn it. They just don't want to die. Aha.
Done.
Why am I standing there? I just told him to attack. Oh, he's waiting for him, maybe? It's a weird system. Oh, fuck off. We're 65 XP. Fuck that.
Done.
Oh, he's still angry at me. Oh, that's a shame, though. Because we'll never be able to attack him. Well, yeah, not at this point in the game, though. Oh, I thought I will reload. I thought I could just...
Did you see that?
Oh, critical hit him. He's injured right now. Oh, Oh, we're doing it.
What's
You
up,
did it,
Chief?
then of course.
Even 50
I'm hurt.
swigs of brandy wouldn't make you look good.
All right.
It's just because he was able to do a critical hit.
What's the
Come
word,
on,
Chief?
attack, dude.
All right.
This guy's too tough. Oh. Oh. I can't go in there, he's just gonna touch me and I'm gonna die. Let's use one of these, I have so many. It does almost nothing. If he switches target, I'm dead. Badly injured. No. Near death. We might do this. Just a little bit of... Oh my god, he's
You
must...
see that?
2000 XP, whoop-de-doo. That's cool. And a bronze ring.
Done.
This guy was kind of watching, right? Greetings. Flees in the fury of corpse lies. Damn. He flees away. Like this. What the fuck? And that's what happens, whatever, like if I just go to him, he's fleeing. No, I can talk to him. I don't know nothing, I don't got nothing. Questions. I know nothing, I don't, we'll see about that. Will you speak? I'll talk to you, my lord. Who are you? Marlik, my lord. But I'm called Rake Chaser. Why's that? Oh, I followed his blood about. He nods toward the young nobleman standing nearby, who spots him and frowns contemptuously before looking away again. Clean up his messes, if you know what I mean. The bodies. Why do you do that? I sell the debtors at the mortuary to the dustmen. For jinx, you know. That's not what they got him to. If they died alone without friends. Who is the noble? Who, him? I don't know, my lord. Wandered in one day, starting picking fights, duels, he calls them. I don't speak to him, you see. Just drag off the debtors. Maybe you could go ask him. He's a good fighter then. Why do you drag the bodies off? I'm no great judge, you see, but he seems right deadly, he does. You think he's better than me? No, that's not what I was saying, my lord. I haven't seen you fight, though. Perhaps you could try him, find out, but he'll kill you if you're not good enough, you know. If you want, I can give the dustman your last wishes in case you lose. How's he fire? Sword, magic? With the curved sword, my lord, the sword. Right fancy this thing is. I can't even pick it up when you kill him. He's got some right fancy moves to go with it. He's fast. Moves like he's dancing. The man leaps into a poor imitation of a fencer's stance, sending off a cloud of annoying flies. Snick snack, snick snack snack. And like that, you're dead. You think he's better than me? Questions. What are you doing here? Why do you do that? Questions. Tell me about this area. The high, my lord. He scratches through his hood, shrugging. It's what it is. Bleak stumps from one end to the other. Couldn't tell you more than that, really. I'm looking for someone named Farad. You don't... I don't know him, my lord. Are you sure I understand he's a collector? Oh, I run him down. I run on me own, my lord. I do. No friends, no partners. A journal. Of course not. Bye.
All right.
Yeah, I talked to you already. You can only duel with him if you want to. We're not gonna do that right now. I'll come back. Let's put on the map. Let's put you on the map. Add a note. It's like here, right? Duel. What happens if you just come, you'll hit him a little bit, then he'll kill you. Because it's really tough. Well, I was able to kill him without dying, but I had to reload at least once. But if you come back from the mortuary, he's just gonna be aggro again. You can just hit him again and die and come back again until you eventually kill him. He will eventually die. What you first took to be a door in this archway is actually a painting. The artist has made use of the shadows of the overhanging arch and some subtle texturing effects to give the door the illusion of substance. Examine the door. Leave the door. Examine the door. Other than the skill of the artist, there is nothing remarkable about the painting. The door has been painted on a rough stone wall. You can feel the stone and mortar beneath the painted wooden texture. Leave the door alone. Oh, do I have the junk? Yes, I have the junk.
I'm gone.
I've Tout. Did we talk to you, Tout? Pardon me, pardon, seem a bit... What's a Tout? A guide, sir. No direction. A copper piece, yeah, that's fine. There's two gates leading from here. Both are on the westmost side of the area, one in the north and one in the south. Two places you may wish to visit are Smoldering Corpse Bar, Tattoo Parlor. Lastly, there's a set of building off times called the Tenement of Thugs. Dangerous, dangerous place, sir. Smoldering Corpse Bar. Yeah, we'll find it. Tattoo Parlor. Northern side. I think it's this, but I can't go there right now. This is pretty much as Tenement of Thugs, exactly. Well, thanks, game spoilers. It's not a big spoiler, but technically you should know that. So is this a smoldering bar? That must be the tattoo parlor. Fell's Tattoo Parlor. Fell. You see a Dabus, but something about it strikes you as odd. It has the same shock of white hair, the same greenish gash to its skin, the same pair of gold horns. Then you suddenly realize this one is walking on the ground, not floating. For some reason that makes you uneasy. I had some question for you. Can you translate for me? No, I understand them now. Who are you? As you're about to ask, you suddenly realize you already know the Dabus name. The name is Fell. As if in response, the Dabus inclines his head slightly, and a lone symbol appears above his head. It is blurry at first, then resolves into a white oval with a black lightning bolt through it. I feel like I know you, Fell. Fell bows reverently, and a stream of symbols swirls about his head, rotating clockwise, then counterclockwise. It takes you a moment to translate. It's the first time and not the first time you have to come this place. It's the first time and not the first time. You know I am. Another series of symbols. The translation will come to you just as quickly and sharply as you've been translating. Okay. Yes, but I'm not permitted to tell you the story. Why not?
Updated my journal.
There's no response. Then a stream of rebukes appear as trickling out of Fell's mind. My apologies. I cannot change the nature of a man. You can't explain why, but the last sentence sends a crawling sensation through your skull. Nature of a man, what does that mean? The symbols that appear above Fell almost mirror the previous stream. My apologies, I cannot say. Because if he tells me he's gonna change my nature, and he wants me to find my own nature, I guess. But many other people talk to me, so... What is this place? I feel like I know you. What is this place? This is where a tattoo color and life upon flesh and bone. Can I see what tattoos you have? This is a store. Tattoo of the Restless Dead. I don't want to click on it. But... Okay, right click. This tattoo recognizes your effort to calm the restless dead of the mausoleum. You may draw upon their gratitude to bless yourself. Limited number of views before it vanishes. So it's blessed, but it's kind of an item. Accuracy. That's a +1 to tackle, and it's 285. I should just buy this. +1 damage to all attacks. Tattoo of Might. +1 to Strength. This is all good stuff. Tattoo of Insight. +1 Intelligence. +1 Wisdom. +1 Dexterity. +1 Constitution. So +1 of everything. +1 Charisma. +3 base hit point. +1 armor class. It feels that +1 armor class should be my first thing. I have difficulty surviving right now. +1. Yes, bye. We have a greater warding here that's way more expensive. I have a shit ton of money. Is that the money I have? No, that's not the money I have. That's if I would want to buy this. Okay, so we're done. We're done. Loop 9. Yay. It's not a big deal. But it's better than nothing. More can you translate? No. He doesn't want to translate. What lies beyond the curtain? This is my gallery. Your discarded skins are my canvas. I admire you. I am saddened for you. Saddened for me? Why? Another caravan of symbol. The mark of torment lies upon your flesh. Tragedies and loss have built themselves upon it, like stones upon the foundation. You have endured great pain. What do you mean? I admire you because you have never surrendered to the weight of these losses, despite the fact their chains hang on you still. These losses blanket this life and all your past ones. You shed lives like a molting serpent. You are exploring the infinite paths of life. Take with you this morning. Each of your life casts a shadow on existence. You must travel to a place where these shadows have gone mad and regrets have scarred the earth. Is there anything else you can tell me? Do not sign anything. Very well. Do you feel complete? Truth? I don't. In fact, ever since I woke up in the mortuary, I feel something's missing. Something inside. That is none of your concern. Lie. Truth. You are strong. Keep faith, and you shall become whole again. You say you've met before. Do you know how I died? Shadows. Shadows? Many shadows. They streamed from the darkness, swarmed you, then left you to die. I kind of skipped these because there's not much. Just the translation. I do not know. I do not know why. The tattoos on my body. Hell studies your body for a moment, walking around you. Mirrors each symbol as it examines. I know them. None are by my hand. Can you tell me about some of them? The ones upon your back were scribed with a careful hand and are direction for a mind that forgets itself. The symbol that lies upon your left shoulder is the mark of torment. Torment. The symbol sharpens, gaining edges that are almost painful to your eyes. It is torment. It is that which draws all tormented souls to you. Fell nods at your left arm, at your shoulder. The flesh knows it suffers, even when the mind has forgotten, and so you wear the rune always. Can I see what tattoos you have, kids? Yeah, torment is this sign.
I'm gone.
I think. I'm pretty sure. So we can click there. Oh, okay. Ooh. Human skin has been stretched across this wooden frame. The skins are covered with tattoos. Cool. maybe now I can talk to him about it, but I doubt it. Okie dokie. Enemy sighted.
You see that?
Wow, a black Abishai.
All right.
Damn it.
Done. Die.
Like that. Yeah? Flies wouldn't even rest on your carcass.
No, I want to talk to the Abishai. This black-scaled reptile towers to a height of 8 feet. Its great height, however, is offset by its thin, snake-like frame. A long prehensile tail drags behind it, and its leathery wings are hooked behind its back. A strong vinegary smell emanates from the creature, as well as a certain amount of heat. It seems to be ignoring you. Greetings. Whoa, Chief. More cuts in before you can speak to the creature. Bar that. You don't want to be rattling your bone box with any fiend on the street. Leave be. I wanted to ask you some questions. No, you don't. More glance at the creature, then turns back to you and lowers his voice to a whisper. They're touchy. Let's go. I'll risk it. This black scale. Greetings. The creature slowly turns its head down to look at you. Its scaled forehead wrinkles into a frown. Then it opens its mouth, giving a low, rasping hiss. You notice that the heat radiating from the creature begins to rise. I will speak with you a moment. The creature opens his mouth, displaying a row of blackened fang. Fire begins to dance around the shoulders. Leave the creature alone.
All right.
Okay. I get it. I was gonna die. But later, I might be able to pick a fight with a guy like this.
All right.
Then, oh, nice. Okay, let's move around this thing. Talk to every character that has a name. The Barking Wilder. This wild-eyed man is unshowered, snarling and giving low growls. It looks like he hasn't trimmed his hair in years. It's so long it forms a veil over his eyes. He has a long, stringy mustache caked with grease and sweat, and the tip of the mustache droops so much that they have become tangled in the ragged beard. Greetings, growl at him. Greetings. The man stops in mid-snarl, and he reaches up to part the curtain of air that covers his eyes. As his withered hand pulls away his dirty locks, several strange, puce-colored bugs fall from his hair and scatter across the cobbles. Behind the cloak of hair, the man's flesh is moon-pale and creased with wrinkles. His thick, bushy eyebrows form a V as he stares at you. And me take to moon fly too? Not today. I have some question. Take your hand and fly to the moon. Not today, my friend. Moons, noom. Snarl at him, then start barking. Tilt your head to one side as if studying him. Farewell. Not today. Questions. The man nods his head eagerly, then claps his hands like a child. Answer split with half blue oil. No! Self your question. At the end of this, he gives a long, warbling owl, cut short with a sharp bark. Look, calm down, I have some questions for you. The man throws back his head and howls. It is such a terrible sound that you are forced to cover your ears. Even that isn't enough. As you cover your ears, the owl seems to grow into a shrieking, drilling into your head, slipping inside your ears, burrowing beneath the skin, then crawling along the inside of your skull and eating the shreds of your sanity. The sound is so unbearable, You can't even muster the strength to speak. Turn away and leave the man be. Well, that's a tree with one snap branch too many. Mort rolls his eyes. No sense in chatting with Xausi texts, Chief. They're a barmy bunch. Xausi texts. They're a faction who don't have any rules, except don't keep one thought in their head for too long. They're sometimes called Chaos Mans. No need to explain why. How'd they get members? They just seem to attract members like flies. Well, members that are crazy or chaotic enough, suppose. I don't think they have any recruiters, though you really can't say anything about them for sure. I see. Thanks for the information. Yeah, let's go back around here. So we can't get inside this? Doesn't seem like it.
Come on in, buy a drink, see the burning man.
J-Lie.
He's on fire.
You see a thin man with a stained clothes, a hook nose, and two stubby horns jutting from his forehead. He is stumbling about and muttering to himself. He stinks of brine, vomit, and cheap wine. Greetings. Eh? The man squints blearily at you. What is it? What? Never mind, sorry to bother you.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
Natural. No, we can't do that.
Come on in, cut
Can't do that, Dave.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Yeah, far road, far road. That's his song that's running while we talk to him.
Done.
That's one of the things that the... Oh, fuck it. Just entering this place. Well, this is the smoker. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of stuff to do here. Drusilla. This is a woman with fading bruises on her face and arms, and a look of despairing longing in her sunken eyes. She might have been pretty once, but those days were long gone. She turns slowly to face you. Life pours into her features, and the spark of sardonic light that dances in her eyes now makes you wonder if your eyes were deceiving you. Welcome, the smoldering corpse, scarred man. Who are you? I'm looking for a journal. What can you tell me about this place? What's that burning by the entryway? I'm looking for a collector by the name of Farad. Have you seen or heard him? Who are you? I am Drusilla, and you must be clueless. Don't ask me how I know that. Just shine off you. Clueless? I think not. Shines, right. Answer some questions for me. I know I'm clueless. I won't say I'm not clueless. I'm looking for a journal. A journal? Oh sure, I've kept an eye out for all the stray journals. Just in case some scarred man walks into my favorite bar and starts asking about it. Do you ask that of everyone you meet? Yes. What a fascinating life. You have a smart mouth, don't you? Just answer my question and let's get through this. Smart mouth. Aye, a smart mouth for a smart head. I ain't too able cov. Adult cov, you might think, son. I got a brain on me. Answer the questions. Tell me about this place. Here, this is a smoldering corpse bar. It's the smoldering corpse. Though the person smoldering ain't dead yet, this dude here. He's just keeping himself alive till someone comes along to help him out. Sods would like to see people in pain come here. Fiends like it. Folks who don't much care for being bothered come here too. The name alone keeps out most of the Burks. Who is he anyway?
Updated my journal.
That despair you saw on her face before it flits across it again like a black-winged shadow before she masters herself. That's Ignis, one of the greatest wizards ever to come out of this slummy excuse for a cesspool. They caught him and they opened the channel to the plane of fire through him. And now he's just a doorway for it, keeping himself alive by force of will alone. If someone could douse him for a few moments, I'd give him his life back again. But they don't make enough water to do that. Someone should be able to find something. Oh well, can you answer some more questions for me? What's your connection to him? What's your connection? Your voice practically throbs with a deep ache. I was Ignis' lover, and he my beloved. He loved my flame more than me, and now he has become the flame. And because I love him, I love the flame, but that's all done with me now. Now I wait for him to douse himself. I sell what little I have just so I can be near him. This place, who is he? Someone should be able to find something. Collector named Farrod. Farrod, the collector king. You can probably find him in his stinking ills in the trash warrens, the far side of the Ide. We're looking at getting an answer from him. He's a sly devil. Who is that burning by the entryway? Yeah, we talked about that. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Candrian. Ooh. Do we go talk to Daikon immediately? Yeah, it's all about the Daikon. Let's talk to Daikon. That's my favorite character. Everybody's favorite character. Or Dakikon. Oh, Dakan. The one man before you is old. His dry yellow skin has the scars of one who has traveled everywhere and never rested long in any one place. His pinched face is inhumanly angular, and his ears sweep out from his skull, tapering to points. He wears a loose-fitting orange tunic, and a strange, shimmering blade is strapped across his back. The blade looks to be a two-pronged glaive made of some metal, whose surface swirls like a film of oil on a pond. Greetings. The man turns to you, his eyes like polished coal. He stares through you, and for a moment you wonder if he might be blind. The weapon suddenly turns a dead, flat black, mirroring the man's eyes. Are you all right?
Hail, traveler.
He says nothing for a moment, merely searches your face with his eyes. Hail, traveler. His voice is quiet and somber like a wind whispering through the branches of a great tree. Hail.
Your eyes have the weight of one who has traveled far to be in this place.
The man meets your gaze, his eyes burrowing into yours. His weapon drains of its black color, resuming its shimmering you noticed before you spoke to him. And then he said the thing. You could say that. The man's gaze does not waver from yours. I am known as Dak Khan. The emphasis he placed on the word known strike you as odd, yet familiar at the same time. You are not known to me. I do not know myself. That is for the best. In knowing yourself, there would be little in the plains left worth knowing. He falls silent for a moment, still studying you with his coal black eyes. I would know why you have come to this city. I'm looking for answers. I have many questions. Your features are unfamiliar to me. What are you? A Gitcherai. A Gitcherai. A Gitcherai is one of the people. One of the people? A Gitzerai. Yes, but what are the Gitzerai exactly? Dakan is silent for a moment, then speaks. Our history does not need to be made known to you. We would bleed to death on Time's blade before I recite a fraction of the histories of our people. I don't need to know your histories, but I will know of your people as they are now. Dakan is silent for a moment. Know this and accept it as an answer. We are the people who make our home upon the shifting plane of limbo. With a deft motion, Dakan slips the blade from his back and holds it before him. I think limbo is chaotic neutral. I think. Wait, see what happens. There, we mold the matter of limbo with our minds. We forge cities with our thoughts. As you watch a series of ripping waves of metal begin to roll forth from the center of the blade, the pitch and crest of the waves match the inflection in Dakon's voice. In its chaos we dwell, with only our knowing to preserve us. We are the Gitsarai. What is that blade you have? It moved, shifted in response to your voice. It is a Karak blade. It is an object that lets others know the rank of the wielder. Karak. What does that mean? Dakon fell silent for a moment, searching for the correct words. In your tongue, the closest strangers is chaos matter. The people may shape it with their thoughts. The people, the Gitsarai. What are the Gitsarai again? And Gitsarai can shape the Karak. What are Gitsarai again? We are the people to make our own shifting planes. What is that the blade you have? It moves, shift in response to your voice. What does that mean? It's made out of strange metal. It's almost hypnotic. But was it? Wait a minute, there was something else here. Shape it with your thoughts? Karak is not shaped by eat, but by knowing oneself. It is a mirror that reflects the will of the wielder on its surface and on its edge. When one knows themselves, the blade is strong, harder and stronger than steel. When one doesn't know themselves, the blade is as water, formless and weak. Are you willing to sell it? No, that... I won't say this. What rank does the blade signify? Whew. The blade is a symbol carried by the Zerth. A Zerth is one who knows the word of Zertaman. In knowing the words of Zertaman, they know themselves. Zertaman founded our race. He knew the Gitsarai before they knew themselves. He defined the people. He gave them one mind. What is it made of again? Questions? Almost hypnotic. Okay. It's the same thing. It's Chaos Blade. What is that blade? Tell me about the city. All things, whether structure or flesh, their existence is defined by their knowing of themselves. And if a man does not know himself, when a mind does not know itself, it is flawed. When a mind is flawed, the man is flawed. When a man is flawed, that which he touches is flawed. Dakon pauses. It is said that what a flawed man sees, his hands make broken. Do you know yourself? Dakon falls silent. I need to find out how to say this name. His cold black eyes take on the same distance that you noticed when you first spoke. Do you know yourself? When Dakon speaks again, his voice has changed. His words echo like great stones. It is not my will that you know this. Perhaps I was being too kind phrasing. It is a question. Tell me. No, I won't ask for this. You seem to place a special emphasis on knowing. What do you mean? All things, whether structure or flesh, their existence is defined by their knowing of themselves. And if a man does not know, well, we talked about that. The blade, we know that. Parod. That one is not known to me. Journal. The location of... okay. As you turn to leave, the man speaks sharply. The first time you have heard this tone change since the conversation began. Old. The man's voice levels out. The city is not known to you. I would travel your path with you. I accept. An extra blade would be welcome. You are old. Of what use could you be? I accept. Not this day.
Your path is mine.
Strangely enough, his voice seems distant, and it echoes as if he's speaking from across a great distance. Very well, let's go. So I could talk to this guy a lot, I think, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to continue exploring this place. Let's talk to Eb Kreknis and Kandrian. Let's talk to Kandrian first. You see a soft-looking man with a gentle, far-staring eyes. He dresses in supple leather clothing and carries various implements of use and destruction about his body, such as ropes, spikes, tinder boxes, and empty vials of air. He looks Afghan, literally. There's an insubstantiality to his existence, as if his essence had been partially leached away. He focuses those eyes on you. Suddenly you find them gripping and determined. Greetings to you, O Seeker. Greetings. He carefully sets down the mug he's holding and gives you all his attention. I have seen the far reaches of the multiverse and returned to tell the tale. I have walked upon the bodies of dead gods and spun moonbeams in the astral ahead of 1,000 shrieking Githyanki nights. The Githyanki. I know a little bit more because I remember more about Baldur's Gate 3 because it's more recently in my head, but when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, I thought the Githyanki and the Gitzerai were the same, but no, they are very much different. The Githyanki are chaotic neutral, but the Gitzerai are, or the other guy, I don't remember exactly. Githyanki and whatever. There's two types of Gits. Chaotic neutral and the others are loyal neutral, probably. I've passed the edge of existence and watched my essence shiver away before me. What is it I can do for you? Questions. Perhaps I have answers for you. Speak and I shall tell you. I met a woman named Ingress with very bad teeth. She said she had come through a portal from some world that was opened by a tune, so I can just tell him this, even though he didn't tell us that he's good with portals. Let's talk about something else and he'll probably tell us that he's good with portals. Who are you? I'm Kandriel Illborn, traveler, dreamer, tailspinner, and so forth. You're a traveler. Tell me of the plains. I am tired, Seeker, so tired. I am fresh back from negation. I will answer what I can for you, but I cannot promise that I will find satisfaction in the answers I give. What would you know? Would you hear of the outer planes, the prime material, or the inner planes? Oh, we can have good conversation with this guy. What's the difference? Oh my god. The difference is true essence, Seeker. The inner planes are matter, substance, true physicality. They are the building blocks of the multiverse, for it is from them that all belief in the elements springs. The inner planes filter through the ethereal plane, the plane of potential, some say, which forms the elements into the worlds of mortals. Once past the ethereal plane, one reaches the prime material, where exist all manner of mortals and monsters and myths and machines. It is there that belief is born, and there that the spirits that create the outer planes are born. When mortals die, they pass through the astral plane, a no place that is thought that is thought and mental energy itself. It is in all things and in none. It is paradox, among other things, and it filters spirits into the great ring. Do you comprehend so far? Show more. I'm not sure. Forget this line of question. So right now we're in the inner planes. I'm not so sure. The inner planes are substance. They create matter. They lead to the prime material plane, which is life and death, and the birth of thought. The prime leads to the outer planes, which are belief made solid, where thought are given form. Is that easier for you? Yeah, the outer planes is like, I think when you're playing the normal Dungeons and Dragons game, you're in the outer planes. Now I think we're in the inner planes. I still don't understand, let's say this. Unfortunately, I've explained it as best as I can. Remember this though, the place you stand is not true matter, but is created by the force of beliefs all across the prime and the outer planes. It can be changed by belief and is subject to alterations. It is mutable and changeable with the power of mind alone. You would know more of the planes, ask, and I shall tell as best as I can. Would you hear of the outer planes, the prime material, or the inner planes? Let's talk about the outer planes first. Seems to be the simplest one, right? Now, the outer planes. Where should I start? Do you know the cardinal rules of the planes, on which all others are phased? Do you know about the composition of the outer planes? Do you know the great ring and its division in our arts? Do you know of the individual planes? Each of these leads to the next, and so it is the best to start from the beginning. Just give me a second here. Tell me of the composition of the planes. The outer planes are created of and by belief and thought and faith. They take their imagined form from the prime material plane, shaped into forms that stagger the imagination, built by the accumulation of belief. Belief creates the planes. Belief is power here. Change belief, and you can change the nature of reality. So we're in the outer planes. The creatures that are born here, the plane born, like the fiends and celestials, are truly born of the thoughts and concepts of mortals. They each express some of their idea, and the more powerful the idea, the more powerful the being. Thus, the being that symbolizes love is one of the strongest of all. Go on. That's why the powers, gods, some call them, live out here. This is where all the faith in them comes. This is where they are at their most pure and most strong. Their realms are extensions of their very beings, manifestation of their godly essence, all of it informed by belief. So the composition of the planes is belief. Tell me of the great ring now. Among the loose unity of planewalkers, we conceive of the infinite outer planes as a ring surrounding the plane of ultimate neutrality, the outlands. The spire atop which Sigil sits is in the center of the outlands. The further one travels away from the spire, the less neutral the plane grows, until it spills into the neighboring planes. Each of these planes impinge on the outlands, spinning themselves into law and chaos, good and evil. The great road marks the demarcation between the outlands and the gate towns that spring up around the gates to these planes. Beyond the gate towns lie the interlands, uncharted territory that is lost to history, that loses thought. Danger lies in the interlands. Let's go back a few steps to the overview. No, let's go on. The outer planes differ by morality, not substance. For you, we'll divide the planes into 3 sets. The upper planes of good, the lower planes of evil, and the boundary planes of neutrality. These are then divided further by law and chaos, with the outlands in the middle. Which of these interests you? Let's start with the upper planes. Of the upper planes, there are neutral planes, the lawful planes, and the chaotic planes. What would you know? Let's go with the neutral planes first. Well, no, let's go with the lawful planes first. Kandrian gives a small shudder. I'm not the best person to speak of the planes of law, for the innate structure and ultimate patterns they impose frighten me. I steer clear of them because I value my individuality more than I value the knowledge they'll bring me. They include regimental Arcadia, nearest of the good planes to the unbending order of Mechanus, and Mount Celestia, home of the Archons, an island in the Silver Sea. The rest of the upper planes of neutrality. The neutral upper planes contain the Beastlands, a place of neutrality and goodness, with a slight tinge of chaos, where the animals rule in the eternal noon and night. The old Bitopia, twin paradise of industry and labor, where all work towards the good of all, and Elysium, the sweetest place of goodness and calm I have ever come across. Alas, right now, I am not well enough to enjoy any of their restorative effects. What would you hear of now? The upper planes still of chaos. These are where I feel at home, though I steer clear of Isgard, for the most part. So chaotic good, the endless battles and tests of metal among the floating herdbergs of the plain don't do much for my disposition. Arborea, though, he sighs, the mountains are taller, the air clearer, the rivers purer, and the game larger than anywhere else. It is a true paradise, a place where passions run high, and the wine never ceases to flow. When I have recovered enough on my wits and myself, when we have done with the outer planes, you should ask me of the inner, and I will describe my journey to you. I'll return to Arborea's burrows and glaze and lose myself for a time. We're done with the upper planes. Planes in general. The outer planes. Wait, we're back here now? I can position. So we said that. Go on. Then we said upper planes. We did all the upper planes. Neutral, lawful, chaotic. No, I want to say this so that we stay in this conversation. Okay, we done all the upper planes. Planes of the Great Ring. The lower planes. Like the upper planes, the lower planes are divided into lawful, chaotic, neutral. That's evil. Each of them varies in terms of horrors and what those horrors do to a traveler's spirit. And all of them are best avoided. Which of them would you like to hear? Let's start with the chaotic. The abyss isn't some place you should consider going, where Bator is all orderly. The abyss is full of chaos and change, and none of it's pleasant. When it becomes something that approximates normality, that's what you should be most wary of it. It's home to the Tanari, what most primes call demons, and they got that name for a reason. They're unpredictable and murderous, and the few you can trust are few and far between. The few I have met who I trust, I still don't trust entirely. They're a creature of chaos and evil incarnate. If they're putting on a friendly face, who's to say it's not part of the larger agenda? The rest of the lower planes. Let's go neutral. The neutral planes, they're vile and barely understandable. They're more insidious on their own than you could ever imagine. Take Gehenna, for example. 4 volcanoes in stage of dormancy floating in an infinite void. Each of them somehow alive, and each of them wanting your soul by whatever means they can get it. Populate it with Yugoloth, the worst of the fiends in my opinion, and you've got the place, the plane of ultimate evil, at least that's what they call it, is the Grey Waste, a no place that drains color from your body and spirit, stealing away even your apathy. It's the site at the worst battlegrounds in the war down there. Don't get me started. Then you got Carcery on the chaotic side. Tell me about the war. Tell me about Carcery. We'll delve deeper into the lore of this game here. War is very important, so let's go with Carcery first. We're probably gonna be able to come back to this easily. Carcery and its poisonous jungles, acid swamps, destructive waters, strung like a string of rotten pearls nestled with one another. He pauses and looks at you carefully, again fixing you in place with his eyes. Remember this seeker. Carcery is a prison, home to the Gereleths, one of the most dangerous types of fiends there is. The strength of the prison is the strength of the captor, as strong as the prisoner lets it be. Destroy the prison keeper, and the body can escape the red prison. There's almost no other way out, not when the gates close themselves against you and watch you spin off into vast space surrounding the orbs. Be wary of Carcery, traveler, for its bonds can be greater than flesh. Tell me about the war.
Updated my journal.
Aye, the blood war. At the name, your blood feels as if it freezes in your veins. Aelborn doesn't seem to notice, wrapped up as he is in his memories. 2 armies of fiends smashing together, pointlessly across the lower plains, slaughtering mindlessly in the name of law and chaos. They'll aggrandize it, of course, but in the end, it's about hate and stupid endeavors that aids none and harms far too many. Tell me more about the lower planes. Let's go with the lawful ones. As much as I detest the order of the lawful upper planes, at least they present a mediocre of goodness. Their lower planar counterparts, though. Acheron's a place of ricocheting cubes that never see an end to battle, swarming with the souls of dead humanoids. Bator, he shivers involuntarily. Bator is a place best avoided. Those bad zoo, the fiends in the corner there, are but the merest expression of the deviant corruption embodied in that soulless machine of order. That's because there's some here I think you can talk to. That's why he said in the corner. If you want more, talk to them, but remember, all that is bad about bureaucracy and other origins from Bator, and it spreads like a stain across the hearts of mortals. Though there is some knowledge to be found there, it is rarely worth the spiritual rape the plane inflicts. Yeah, they're evil in the sense that they sign contracts and stuff like that. They're lawful evil. So they will wrap you with their beliefs. Tell me of the rest of the lower planes. Tell me of the planes of the Great Ring. So we did all the lower planes. There wasn't anything else here. Tell me more of the planes. So we did upper, lower, boundary planes. There are 2 boundary planes to my mind, and they are diametrically opposed. One of them, Mechanus, is the very essence of law, A place where belief fits together, interlocking, turning in a massive machine that is the entire plane. Some folks have it that the gears of Mechanus are the engine that drives the plane. So lawful neutral? The other plane is limbo, chaotic neutral. A swirling morass of chaos that follows no rules, none. And just when a body thinks he's classified its behavior, it goes and changes on him, or it doesn't. You just can't tell. I was in limbo not too long ago. Tell me of your journey. Let's go. He closed his eyes, remembering. I had a Gitcherai guy with me, an anarch who could shape the illogical matter of the plane into forms of his desire. Oh, I thought he was one. We had fought off the harrying of the Sladdy, the chaos creatures who called that plane home. It seemed there were more than usual, but then one can never tell what's usual in a limbo. But I digress. In the midst of all this chaos, we came across a series of huge metal interlocking cubes, like some sort of puzzle box. It wasn't something we had shaped, consciously or not, and we couldn't find a way inside. It was like a bastion of order within the confines of disorder, a seed of law. That is the best I can explain it. Tell me more of the planes. Okay.
Updated my journal.
The Outlands. The Outlands are absolute neutrality, probably the best place for a body to visit the outer planes, outside of Sigil, if you don't mind to have planes moralities forced into your heart. Everything balances out in the Outlands, as it should be, for the plane that sits in the center of the outer planes. For the plane that sits in the center of the outer plane. Power's realms are scattered around here, and there are a handful of gate towns that open the rest of the outer planes. The gate towns that open the rest of the outer planes. Wait. The gate towns usually mirror the philosophy of the plane their gates open onto. If the balance of belief isn't kept in the town slips into the nearby plane. It's a bad situation for everyone because few of the folks in the towns really want that change. But enough of the Outlands. What more would you know? Let's go back in a few steps to the overview. Let me more. Tell me over the plains, the Great Ring. Let's go back. So that was the outer plane. Let's go to the inner planes now. He sighs, as if this reminds him of his bone-deep weariness. Think of the inner planes as a globe. On the top pole you have the positive material plane. On the bottom you have the negative material. Reminds me to tell you of the negative. His eyes turn inward to some private horror. From the interaction between the two springs all the urge for existence and non-existence, death and life, actuality and nothing. From them springs the basic elemental planes, like fire, water, air, and earth. The para-elemental planes that lie between the four basic elements, and the quasi-elemental planes that come from the interaction of the four elements with positive and negative energy. Tell me of the negative material planes. His eyes cloud over. I went to the inner planes to discover my true essence. I made the mistake of visiting the negative material plane in order to understand my body's urge to decay and the cycle of death and life. I thought myself protected against the ill effects of the plane with my magic, but I was wrong. The blackness of infinite nothing pressed on my soul, and I was beset by shadows that sought to snuff out my very soul. I lost my way for a time, for an eternity, and nearly lost my existence. I could feel my essence falling away from me, and am even now half gone. Never will I return. The imagery is so good. I understand so much what this negative energy plane is. How did you survive?
Updated my journal.
How did I survive? He smiles tightly, with a piece of nothing that held back the nothing. Nothing can stop nothing, you know? And so I carry nothing in my hand to protect me. Do you plan to journey to the ultimate negation yourself? You have the smell of desperation about you, and so I make you this gift. Hold it in your hand when the shadows press in. It should protect you and your friends somewhat, should they remain close to you. Eh? He passes you a small black token that looks as if it has no dimensionality at all. Tell me more of the planes. Tell me of the prime material. You want to know of the prime visit it. The boundless worlds of that plane have an infinite variety, as do the planes, but I cannot encapsulate them as I have here. Suffice it to say, they are the birth of the outer planes, the children of the inner, and they hold limitless potential within their boundaries. Yes, I think the primes are like planets, I think. And these planets in the world of Dungeons and Dragons are like Dragonlance, Forgotten Realm, Ravenloft. I might be wrong, but I think that's it. Okay, now I can talk about Ingress. But let's continue here about what are you doing? This was what? Who are you? Negation. What do you mean? But yeah, we learned about that. Negation before. Okay, this is just important information they want us to know. What is this place? Unless the cosmos has shifted or we have been spun to the maze, I would say this is a smoldering cavern, corpse tavern. Smoldering corpse tavern. The patrons. I mind my business. What is this place? Mazes. Aye, the mazes, where the lady dumps those who've displaced her. He makes a small semicircle over his heart as he speaks the lady's name. If you know more of the lady in the city, find a tout or some such guide. I'm looking for a journal. I have no journal. Farad. Farad grew up to be a collector. How long ago was this? When I set out last, it was but an officious stripping in one of the upper wards. Time does change some people. No secret, I don't know Farad anymore, I'm willing to bet. Okay, a woman I named Ingress with very bad teeth, she said, well, before talking about that, let's do a save just in case. And how late is it now? Okay, let's see if we can just finish with this quest maybe. I hereby tender my apologies for unfair jesting. Oh, no hard feelings. I buy you tankard or two, something to smooth. Why not? That's the spirit. By the moment. After a moment, here you go, drink up. Questions. Oh. Whoa, now it's completely different. What? No, that was like a side thing there. But what about our women? Now he says something different now. About Farad. You didn't want to talk about Farad before. Okay, you know what? It's late enough. What we're gonna do is, I think I saved just before him. Anyway, there's some quick save. I'm gonna redo the whole plane thing like really quickly, and then go to talk to him about the women, because it seems that I need to talk to him about the women immediately. A little weird, but whatever. We do what we do. We do what we have to do. So, tomorrow we will be continuing and probably finishing Star Trek Hidden Evil. Well, I'm just realizing how tired I'm. Like it's like, just hit me with a ton of brick. reading all that text, I was like in a trance. A very interesting conversation about the planes. Let's raid. Let's raid Kilgore, who's playing a not so good game. Ultima 8. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be playing more Torment on Wednesday after probably some Talos. Ciao.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that